Swarm season is a time of excitement for beekeepers, but it can be a terrifying experience for those who encounter a swarm of bees. Knowing how to react can make all the difference between safety and disaster. Bees swarm for various reasons, including overcrowding in the hive, environmental factors, or the presence of a new queen. When a swarm occurs, thousands of bees can leave the hive in search of a new home, often clustering around a tree branch or fence post. During a swarm, bees are generally docile and focused on finding a new home. However, they can become defensive if threatened or provoked. A bee swarm occurs when a large group of bees leaves their hive in search of a new home. This typically happens when the hive becomes too crowded or when the queen bee decides to establish a new colony. When a hive becomes overcrowded, the queen bee may decide to leave with a large group of worker bees to establish a new colony. This process is led by scout bees, which search for potential new homes and guide the swarm to the chosen location. During a swarm, the bees are focused on finding a new home and are generally not aggressive unless provoked. If you encounter a swarm of bees, your priority is to protect yourself. Wear protective clothing including a beekeeping suit, gloves, and a veil if possible. Protective clothing is essential when dealing with bees as it provides a barrier between your skin and the bees' stingers. A beekeeping suit, gloves, and veil can help prevent stings and reduce the risk of an allergic reaction. When wearing protective clothing, make sure it is in good condition and properly fitted to prevent bees from getting inside. Remaining calm is crucial when dealing with a swarm of bees. Avoid panicking or swatting at the bees, as this can provoke them and lead to attacks. When encountering a swarm, it's natural to feel anxious or frightened. However, it's essential to remain calm and composed. Sudden movements or loud noises can provoke the bees and increase the risk of an attack. By staying calm and moving slowly, you can reduce the likelihood of an attack and safely leave the area. Certain actions can trigger an attack from swarming bees. Avoid wearing perfume, cologne, or other fragrances that might attract bees. Bees are attracted to sweet smells and fragrances, which can increase the likelihood of an encounter. So, avoid wearing perfume, cologne, or other scented products when outdoors, especially during peak bee activity. If you're being pursued by swarming bees, seek shelter in a vehicle or a building as quickly as possible. If you're being chased by bees, your priority is to find a safe place to escape. Vehicles and buildings can provide a safe haven, as bees are less likely to follow you inside. If you're in a car, just roll up the windows and stay inside until the bees disperse. And if you're in a building, it's best to stay away from windows and doors. If you need to deal with a swarm of bees, the best thing to do is call a professional beekeeper. They have the necessary equipment and the expertise to safely remove the swarm. Professional beekeepers